have him come back here so he can film it. Everybody else can watch it.
Ready?
Okay. Now once you decide where the holes are going to be by placing the flag posts in and around where you want the holes to be, and once you've decided on your hole, and you go and dig your hole here for the course, you want to bring it down far enough so that the cup's edge will not be showing up above ground. The edge of the cup, this edge, you want to drain. So when you're putting this in the ground, you'll set this down in that hole deep, below ground, maybe about an inch below ground. If you have it up this high, over time this is going to be a problem. They're going to hit the lip.
Okay.
The lip will show like that, and that ball will come in. So you want it below the ground like that. And this is how you dig your hole in. And then you just scatter it in like that, let the fines go in around it. So just like that. Come on, Brad. Those fines. They go all in around it, then you dig it back out, center, and you smooth all this around, those fines to go in behind it, shake it, let the fines in, make sure it stays down, and then there's your hole like that. And then you want to flatten it out like this.
And you can use the same shovel that you use to flatten it down around.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can use that, and then you can take this here, and just use it to comb your, keep it everything flat like this. You know, like that. You want to make sure that that ball will drain and go in. And
Right.
This is below the ground.
Okay. And then this right here, this is your flag. This is your flag can also be a planter, correct?
Right. The flag can be a regular planter like that, full of concrete, or it can be this one here, which will be in the kit, and you fill this with water or sand.
Okay.
And when it's going to storm, you put this in the hole, to plug the hole.
Okay.
Keeps the silt from going out. That way you can find the hole too, because the whole thing fills in.
And you can also have
and this goes behind it like that.
and you can also for aesthetic purposes, you can have it set up as flowers.
Yes.
So when the season is over, possibly, you can just take a potted plant of flowers and put it in there, and then when the rain season leaves, pull it out and then use this again.
Yes.
Okay.
There's people also that have had plants in flower pots here, and they have another 10 sitting in water. And then about every fourth day, they take those out and put them here, and they put these in so they get the water.
Gotcha.
They can water them, and then they can always keep plants looking fresh if they want to use plants.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, you want to use the flag like that.
Okay.
And you want to put the number, your par and the number of the hole on the flag.
For?
Okay, this pin here is to mark to where you put the flag posts all the time when you're done shooting. During a rainstorm coming in or something, you'll want to plug the holes. When the rain's over and you're starting the next morning to play, you pull them out and you put them all on these little markers. That's where they go for setting up. When you build your mace, the legal flipper has to be the same width as the mace handle. If the mace handle gets a little wide here and then thins down, you can widen it back out again to match that. Or basically like this, we want to get away from people making things too wide, like a spoon or something on the end, or something that just carries the ball too much. You want to flip it, and you want it to leave, you want it not to carry it. You need to flip it when you do the fling shot. We call it a fling shot, but we're using a flipper. The proper way, you want to put the handle side instead of the head. Put the handle side in, line it up. get the most out of it and roll that over. That's the furthest you can be. If you end up out here, and then you've got two hands on the mace, and you're ready to take your shot, and then somebody says, check that, and then you check it, and you're too far, you lose a stroke. So now I'd be shooting two instead of one.
Oh, nice one.
Slow down.
That one's in.
Oh, you hit the rock. I guess it's a rock. Maybe that was a stone. It didn't bounce off like it was a rock.
Once you're in this position, this is when they can call you. You have two hands on it. If you only got one, they can't say. When you have a ball that's in a hole like this here, with a little divot, you can put up to a handful of dirt in it and fill it to make it ground level. You don't want to go below ground level. You can reset your ball like that on a level shot. Now on something like that, what you've seen, the player that gets hit has the option to leave it where it was or put it back where he got hit. I'm going to put mine back where I was hit.
Anyone can play it. It's open for any age.
Well, I began with the originator of this game, Ken Papini. I was working, doing a contracting job for him, and fell in love with it after work. We'd play, and it's an excellent game for like working people. You can afford to build this in your backyard. It can be a fire break. It can just provide hours and hours of entertainment. Like Phyllis, I'm sure her and Bill shot hundreds of thousands of games at that house. Like we have at my house. In the last 12 years, we've shot, I'm sure, well over 15,000 games. Either us and other people counting one round. So it's a good cheap shot for people who don't have a whole bunch of money to go to the country club. That way you can build it yourself without much money, just a little effort, and